Hi, everybody. It's Woody here from Dive Talk. Something that's happened with Dive Talk, in particular as it relates to our Dive Talk meetups, we have one coming up in July and it's in Belize, is that every year now, the Dive Talk meetup participants are so generous that we're able to donate to the various local causes for wherever we go. And it's just so heartfelt and it's been incredible. We've really been able to accomplish donation levels that are remarkable. This year's is particularly touching. This year, we are going to San Pedro, Belize, that's where our meetup is, and Hope Haven Children's Home is a licensed residential children's home in San Pedro. Now, this is particularly heartfelt, so I'm reaching out to my own base of friends, colleagues to ask for help. And I'm putting a link of the various ways you can donate. It is a 501c3 nonprofit. It's also a Belize NGO. This Hope Havens Children's Home is a full-time care home that can house 15 children. Now, these children that come to Hope Haven are age 0. They can be all the way up through 18 years old. And they had severe sexual abuse, severe neglect, severe physical abuse. And really, this is their last stop. I feel so privileged in life. And I think it's a real privilege to have Dive Talk and be able to use Dive Talk to help incredible causes like this. So what I would ask you is to quickly listen here to the founder who was kind enough to do a quick interview with me. Her name is Brittany O'Daniel. She's a cave diver herself, runs a hotel facility there, but also was the founder of Hope Haven Children's Home in 2018. It's interesting to see how and why she started it, but it's even more heartfelt to hear what her needs are. And she's going to state an immediate goal. I always think it's important to have a goal in these things, like an immediate, realistic goal. And she states what that is, and I would love to be able to accomplish that goal for her. So have a listen to her, then I'll come back on. And thank you so much for the help and frankly giving us the forum, giving us Dive Talk, giving Gus and I the ability to even be able to help organizations like this. It's totally because of you. And I feel, and I know Gus feels the same way and Terry feels the same way, that maybe this is the most important part of Dive Talk, is to be able to help other people. So thank you in advance for that. Here's Brittany. With what I just said about Hope Haven, I can't possibly portray words as powerful as the founder who is here with me, which is Brittany O'Daniel. She's in Belize. And Brittany, if you could just speak from your heart, what brought you to Belize and to start this in 2018, and just tell us some of the stories about the kind of help that you're providing to such a rather severe situation at times.
I actually kind of fell into it. It was a social worker and I were good friends on the island. I had a restaurant and we had a feeding program here that I helped out with. And the social worker was upset about a case here on the island with a child that he had to remove from the home and he didn't have any place to put them. And it was just a very casual conversation that we were having. And I was like, well, what do you mean you don't have a place to put these kids? Like, what do you do? What happens? Where do they go? And he's like, there is nowhere for them to go. There's no place on the islands. There's no home that services San Pedro or Kikaker. And it was just kind of, I was like, well, we can build a place.
Wow.
And that is, it kind of went from there. So I got a couple of friends of mine together and we started kind of scouring the island for a location with the help of the Department of Human Services. And I was like, yeah, we can find a home. And we actually went to Lions Club, and Lions had a building that they weren't really using. And they were like, "Oh yeah, that sounds like a good project, sure." And we a whole lot of fundraising, and in Belize we do a lot of dollar drives where we stand out on the corner and get people to give us their dollars. A lot of dollar drives, and that's the building that I'm in right now. So that's how we got started. But yeah, it was just it was not something I was planning, but it's the best thing I've ever done.
Wow. And this is all you do now, correct? This is what you do full time?
No, this is my volunteer job. So I have a real job.
Ah,
I have a regular job as well.
okay.
I own a hotel and restaurant here on the island. So
Got it.
this is I'm on the board here. So this is all volunteer work. And then my job.
Okay. And you're a diver,
I
correct?
am. Yep, I'm a cave diver. That's how you guys found me. Or I guess no,
Yes.
you found me Hope Haven, and then I kind of recognized Gus's voice. I subscribed to you guys.
Thank you for that. Well, when a child comes into you, and these children, am I correct in saying are they typically ages like, is it as young as 3 years old, or is there
So
no
we've
age?
we've had newborns. We've had so right now our youngest is age 4, but she's been with us since she was 10 months old. And our oldest is 17. So since we are the only home, we can't really do a select age group because what are you going to do? You're going to tell them, I'm sorry, this kid's 2 years old. She's too young for us.
Yeah.
So we take them all. um, we're a smaller home. We usually have 15 full-time kids here, and then we keep 3 beds open for emergency placements. And emergencies will be like, the kid might be with us for a week or 2 weeks or overnight or 3 nights, something bad happened or a parent went to jail or it's a trafficking case or something like that, and they just need a place to stop for a night or two. So we keep those beds open for emergency placements, and then we have 15 full-time kids in our care. And then once the kids turn 18 and graduate from high school, we have a independent living program, because anybody that has kids know that parenting doesn't end at 18 and they still need that support system in place. And so that way, if they would like to go to college or get their associate's degree, we have a junior college here on the island if they're interested in tourism. Then they go into our independent living apartments. And so they still have our support, but they're learning to be on their own while they're in college or junior college. We do different classes with them we have independent living classes on budgeting and finances and, all of that fun stuff. And then we also have the Learning Center, which operates through here, the downstairs here at Hope Haven, which is kind of like a community empowerment center. And that reaches all of the out of school kids. We have a lot of kids here that don't go to school for a number of different reasons. It might be because they need to work, or because they don't have papers, or their parents can't afford it. There is no free education here. So we run a learning center, which basically just teaches basic math, reading, writing. So, kind of like there's some education there, just get a step ahead. Oh,
Um, a couple just other quick questions that
sure.
come to mind. I mean, when some of these children come to you, I see on your own website it says, some are severe sexually abused, neglect, physical abuse. Are they petrified? Like the day they deliver, they're just in a brand new place with brand new people. Are they just, and I would expect that they would be scared, right? That this may happen to me again or even worse.
Yeah, so
And what do
we're
you do?
we are the last stop, right? By the time they get to us, there is no other alternative and no other choice. So if a child is in residential care, then that's it, right? That's the end of the line. There is no other place for them to go. So it's a long road. Like it's a really long road. We are really fortunate. We have a counselor that comes over from the mainland every Sunday and works with all of our kids. My mom is also a play therapist, and she works and volunteers here with the little kids. And it's our social worker. And yeah, it's most of the kids, I feel like if they get to us and they're already teenagers, I feel like they're going to be with us until they age out. So, a big
Mhm.
priority for us is making sure that they can function in the world as adults and that they're going to be okay, you know?
Yeah, I guess I'm just envisioning just even those first few days. I would imagine somebody just has to be with them
Yeah,
pretty
we
much
have
nonstop.
24-hour round the clock house moms.
Okay.
And there are always three on shift. One's always cooking and this and that. They do not sleep overnight. They are up throughout the night because there's behavior and there's issues and stuff like that. So the kids, they're never alone once they get here.
So from what I see, you can house typically full-time 50, only 15 currently, correct? 15
Yep.
children.
Yep.
And there's probably a need for more housing,
Oh, yeah.
correct? Is that a goal? Is that something do you want to expand?
We do. So our goal is we have a property up north that is really big, but needs money. It's just half of it is just empty. So our goal is to take the property up north and turn it into be able to separate the kids. So basically, once they turn 14, move the older ones to the property up north and turn it into more of a group home setting. So it would still have the house moms and things like that, but it would no longer be 16-year-olds in a room with a 4-year-old, right? So they would start getting those independent living skills a little bit earlier on and start having a little more independence and freedom versus just until they're 18 and transitioning right into that independent living. And then that way, our facility here in town, is age 0 through age 13, 14, and then 14 through 18 goes up into the north because that's really how a facility should be. It should be separated by ages. But there's not another option here. So, we work with what we have. So the huge, big dream goal is to take that property up north that was given to us and, build on it. But that's a couple $100,000. That is a lot of fundraising. This in ourselves with we have 6 house moms, we have salaries for them and stuff like that. It costs about 25,000 US a month to run. And we are 100% solely rely on donations. So that is, we fundraise 24/7.
I'm sure. And
So
do you have, I mean, there's some long-term plans, right? 200,000 needed for the expansion
yeah,
and 25,000 a month just to
just to
keep it
operate. That
running,
is
right? To
grocery.
operate.
Yeah, that is groceries. That is house mom salaries. That is school tuition and uniforms and books. And a lot of times we get a lot of fun stuff donated. Like groups like yours are like, hey, let's bring down the shampoo and conditioner. So sometimes we save money there. But then something happens and a kid breaks a tooth and you're going over to the city for a dentist and now she needs a root canal and it's, $1,500. And so something always comes up.
I'm sure. I can't even imagine. And then, do you have something right now that's an immediate need? That if I was able to raise a certain amount, and you could state what that is, like an immediate need, is there something you would wish you could have right away? I
I'd
mean,
really like,
obviously the 200,000 house, but something
sure.
in a little lower range.
I'd really like to replace the oven upstairs. It's broken.
Okay.
um, we really need rain guards. Our kitchen upstairs is outdoors, kind of. It's like screened in, and so when it rains in the kitchen. So
Hmm.
we really need rain guards up there. We really need some wall mount fans in the rooms. There's a lot of little things. Which sounds, and it's not to say that like we don't personally see those things as well, and like yes, we know we need to get those fans in, but it's just it's a budgeting game.
Hmm. And so, if you just sort of, and if with this, it's always good to try to set an immediate goal with one of these campaigns. Let's call this a campaign, a little dive talk video campaign to do these things. Replace the stoves, the rain guards, the wall mount fans, and so forth. What would be a good immediate goal that you would love to see come out of this campaign we're doing together right now?
I mean, like a new stove down here is about 2,000 Belize dollars. Fans are like 200 Belize each. Getting one for every room would be amazing. The rains
How many,
guards,
how
you
many
know,
rooms?
there's 1, 2, 3, 4, so 5, 6. You
Okay,
know,
so yeah,
the rain guards will probably cost like 2,000 US to make.
got it. So we got about 2,000. I'll call it like 1,500, just in quick math in my head. We $5,000 or $6,000 quick campaign could knock out all getting you all these
Yeah,
things,
that would be
correct?
amazing. Yeah.
Well, that's going to be my goal. I don't know if I can do it, but I think what you're doing is absolutely remarkable. And really, I just, thank you. It's such an honor. I can't wait to meet you, and
Yeah, I'm
maybe,
super
maybe,
excited to meet you
maybe,
guys. And
maybe I
you're
could
going to come
not.
down and take a tour of the place and see it for yourself too.
Definitely. Um, Thank you so much. We appreciate you, and I'll be seeing you soon.
Thank you very much.
Well, you've heard from Brittany, and I would love to be able to replace their ovens upstairs, accommodate getting all those rain guards installed, getting all the wall mount fans that she needs, and as she said, I think I said in that video interview, it's about $5,500. The long-term goal to be able to help more of these children, of course, is a $200,000 need. That would be amazing to make a dent towards that. But this immediate goal of 5,500, I think we can do through this. I have a link again of exactly how you donate. It's pretty incredible. I love this one quote that I'm taking from their website. It says, "We are unapologetically trauma informed," which is pretty sad. And that means, they said, that we treat behavior of the children as communication rather than defiance. And we let each child heal at their own pace. Just imagine a child that comes in at age 1, 2, that was severely sexually abused, and now is in a brand new place with brand new faces, and they don't know what to expect. Are they going to be beaten or sexually abused even worse in their mind? They're shaking, they're scared. And it's a healing process that, thanks to Hope Haven, they're healing many children that simply are being saved by Hope Haven. Brittany, thank you so much for the honor of even letting us help you and speak about you. And I hope we can accomplish this goal. Bye, everybody. And thank you so much for the honor of Dive Talk to allow us to be able to help organizations like this. Thank you, everybody.